Hi and welcome to another video of Ben African Cichlids and in collaboration with Martin's amazing Fishroom. Martin's my son, he's 14 years old. He's been breeding fish and catching all the mbuna from my breeding groups since he's about 11, and he bought himself some breeding groups too. And then at that age he started to use his paper route money and start buying tanks. And yeah, I'll show you what's going on in here. You have, I think you have hundreds of clients all over Ontario, Canada. And then, yeah, he's busy breeding fish and growing them and reselling them to people, and so just regular clients. And then he also supplies some fish to 3 fish stores. So here I thought I would just give you a quick look of what's going on and what the breeding groups look like. Alright, let's get started. So first here we have the Yellowtail AC Luanga, and looks like on the back of this pipe here we have a female that's holding. So we'll have more baby of this soon. Actually, I guess there's a female that's spit in the tank. I don't know if we'll see the baby going around here, but I think there's some hiding underneath that rock too. Yeah, that's where he's getting back. Yeah, sometimes we don't catch them in time. Most of the time with the AC Luanga, if they spit it up in the tank, most of them survive. They don't look like they're going after their fry too much. Here, the next tank here, it's a breeding group of, I think it's a bit dirty there, a breeding group of Socolofi lion singa. There's a couple males and a few female in there. And we're also working on a breeding group of true Petricola catfish. They haven't bred for us yet, but yeah, they're all getting to be adult size, and then the females are starting to get nice and round. So yeah, I think we'll have to do a little bit more research to breed them. Oh yeah, there's a nice male of the lion singa. Next we have the zebra obliquidon from Lake Victoria. Nice male there, nice red collar on the side. I don't know if it's female. There's actually a female with her mouth full here. There's a few male in there. Yeah, we always keep more than one, just in case if we lose the male. And then also if you keep more than one, you want to keep like 3 or 4 for your breeding group, because actually if you just keep 2, then the males are gonna end up fighting each other all the time. Like that spread the aggression. So we have a few males in there. Next we have some yellow labs and some Tropheus mangano. We're actually able to find another 6 female of the mangano the other day. Just because our breeding group, I think we're just down to 6, so now it's back up to 12 or 14. And then we have lots of yellow lab too. We're actually we grow out some of the baby for the yellow lab, some of the best looking one, to add to the group, just because yeah, what's happening, we don't breed enough fish for all the clients and fish store that want some, so we have to increase production a little bit. And that's the colony here of the Tropheus red rainbow from Kazanga. Female are starting to They hold 3 times so far, but they never hold more than 1 week. So hopefully they start breeding again and they can hold for 2 or 3 weeks, and then can start having fries from them. With this group, we got unlucky at the beginning. I bought 20 babies that were all 1 inch, and then when they grew out to become adult, oh, there's a little fight here. When they become adult, we end up having 15 males and 5 females. So anyway, I went and bought another 18 1 inch to add to the colony. They're growing up. I think they're about all like 2.5 inch now. Yeah, hopefully those 18, most of them are going to end up turning out to be females, and then that can fix that colony a little bit. Will still work to breed, even though if I would have like 15 males and 5 females, but I want to have a better breeding group. So yeah, hopefully a lot more female are coming. We're still a bit too small to vent and tell sex now. Oh yeah, and in this tank there's some more true Petricola catfish. I think there's a couple female in there, and then most of them are male. There's also this tank here with orange bamboo Tropheus. There's one female mainly that's been holding, so we're working on that group. Martin is actually growing lots of fries down in the fish room, and then he'll add to this colony to fix it a little bit. The colony was getting a little bit too small because he had too many males at the beginning in there, so he lost quite a few, but yeah, he's working on that colony. And then this is actually the reason why he added the whitetail AC into this tank here, like that this group is able to, they're peaceful enough to go with the Tropheus, so they don't bother the Tropheus. And then but they're also, like, because there's a lot more fish in there, it also spread the aggression enough so that yeah, there's no more trouble in this tank. The whitetail AC I've bred a few times, but we're running out of juvenile right now to sell. This is just Martin's own little tank that he does whatever he wants in there. He tried pea puffer for a little bit, but they were not breeding, and so he's changing it over. Right now there's just 2 baby bristlenose pleco in there, short fin. And then this weekend we're going with the fish club for a fish store tour, and we're getting deals on fish over there. So Martin's gonna pick up a few more fish and see what he wants to do with this. We also have this nice corner tank here with white male and Cali. They're white labs, and also Pseudotropheus solosis. The solosis and Cali, because of their different body shape a little bit and face shape, and their color difference, and because the both groups are all big enough, they don't crossbreed. And yeah, color is way different too, so they don't attract each other. And then yeah, we have one main white male that is dominant. I don't know if I can spot him right now. Anyway, he always shows his dark bar usually. And then there's like 2 solosis that are the most dominant in there. I would just strip a couple solosis. Martin stripped a couple solosis females this week. There's one white lab that is olding, but we're giving her a week to hold the babies before we strip them. Alright, now the babies. So here we have some yellow lab and some zebra obliquidon in this tank. It's a 25-gallon grow out. Here we have bristlenose pleco. This tank gets so dirty so fast. Like, just did like water change 2 days ago, water change yesterday in there, and then yeah, there's still a big mess in there. And then every time I do the water change, I do it all the way down. That's the fill and drain pipe here, the PVC pipe. So I do it like all the way down to the bottom of that tank. There's probably like do 3/4 of that tank every time we do a water change in there. And yeah, we have to do this one multiple times a week. But yeah, you have a few generations of bristlenose pleco, some bigger one and some smaller one, some really tiny ones too. I think there's 3 or 4 generations in there. They eat a lot and they poop a lot. Alright, and here there's the Socolofi that Martin stripped. So you have some that are free swimming. They actually had eggs yesterday. I think now it's time to get them out of the tumbler. And then there's some here that's still attached to the egg. They're just starting to develop. And then in that bottom tank, what do we have here? Okay, so those are the yellow one are the Tropheus Socolofi. There's some 1-inch one. There's a couple manganos in here that were too small to go into the bigger tank, and a couple Yellowtail AC. Here that's like a 35 or 40 gallon tank. That's the grow out for the Yellowtail AC babies. Those are all about 1.5 to 2-inch fish in there. There is a lot. Now if you guys looking at that and you just keep one tank in your house and you want to get into Mbuna, like it's you don't usually keep that many in one tank. If you talk to breeders, we do stuff different that you would do in your main tank or your show tank at home. So yeah, don't look at that and think that you can put like 50 or 60 fish in a 40 gallon. Those if they hit 2-inch and we don't end up selling them enough to clients, then as soon as they hit 2-inch, they usually go to the pet store. Yeah, either for credit for food or other things. Some other one give cash too. Anyway, we deal with 3 pet store, so there's no problem passing the fish if they start getting too big. So yeah, we don't grow anything up to adult except if it's to add to the breeding groups. Here, so in the tank upstairs, I show you the planted tank in Martin's bedroom. He actually had pea puffer in there, so we're growing lots of snails into this tank. We're actually also selling snail by the handful when we have enough for people that breed pea puffer. And then we put some baby zebra obliquidon in there. Those are just like 1/4-inch. And this tank is very hard to see now. Those are all like 1/4-inch to 1/2-inch. Looks like ACI, Yellowtail ACI, and then about 1/2-inch, 1/2-inch to 3/4 of an inch zebra obliquidon. Yeah, this light broke on us last week. I don't know if it's the light or the switch, so I have to fix that. That's why I can't show you what's in there. The fish are fine though. Alright, in this tank, our tank maintenance we do like a couple times a week. This is, you see it's a mess right now, but it's actually It's because it's due for a water change tomorrow actually. Today is the main big breeding group tank, and then tomorrow is the baby tank. Okay, so in here we have some Tropheus Socolofi. Those are about ½ inch, and there's a few of the white lab species and Cali in there. Now I'll move you to the other side of the room. Those are all called for. Those are all the manganos are called for. It's a 40-gallon tank we use for a grow out. There's some white labs that they're actually leaving today. Customers coming later on. So yeah, there's a few white labs in here. And I think there's also a whitetail AC. Yeah, the whitetail AC right here. That's the last one of the batch, but this is actually leaving for a new home tonight. And then up here, that's the last thing I have to show you. Up here, it's actually where we keep when we grow out the Socolofi. So Socolofi and Tropheus, babies and juveniles, they get their own tanks. Usually we don't mix them up with other stuff. Yeah, so there's the Tropheus that Martin is trying to, it's hard to see right now. There's the Tropheus that Martin is growing up to add to his colony. There's some of them are starting to color up, like this one for example. Nice orange on the side. He's due to go on the tank with the big one. Actually, they're all due now. A couple of weeks ago I looked at them, they were still, the smaller one were still too small, but I think they're all big enough now to do the changeover before they color up too much, so like that they don't feel like a threat to the adult colony. And then yeah, there's the nice Socolofi. So there's a few male in there, and then the rest of them are female. Couple of them are like 2-3 inch, and then the female, most of the female look like they're 2 inch, and then a couple in that corner that they're like inch and a half. Those usually they don't make it to the pet store because they're super easy and fast to just sell to the clients. So they'll stay here. But yeah, so anyway, that's the quick tour of the fish room. I hope you enjoyed it. Do you guys breed fish too? Yeah, what about you guys? Do you breed fish? What kind of fish do you breed? How many of them do you keep in your breeding group? Here we try to keep usually around 12 per breeding group, 10 to 12. It's minimum. It seems to be the way that works the best for us. So yeah, let me know, how many tanks do you have? What do you keep? And leave a nice like and subscribe.